Hello, 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 hello. My name is Kevin. We are Dirty 20 Gaming, and it's time to go down into the darkness. Oh, I wait for this all week because this is traps, puzzles, monsters, themes that are yet to be worked out, and more. But before we get to the fun, we have to do the business bit first, which is the imagery we use in a lot of this is from Pixabay, things like the overlay and things like that. The character art is done using Hero Forge, amazing product. And no, we're not sponsored. I just use them for pretty much every show for character art because it's become an art style now. It's a recognizable theme, right? So thank you to them very much for that. And then our virtual tabletop of choice is Astral. If you go to astraltabletop.com and use the promo code DIRTY20, you will get your first month of a gold membership for free. So please jump on that. I don't know if they track it. They've never told me if anybody's used it, but I keep getting to say it. So please take advantage of it if you're interested. It gets you access to a whole bunch of stuff, some of which we're actually going to see possibly tonight, possibly next week here. Depends how far they get. With that, let's meet these fine people who volunteered to come down this hellhole with me. It's like a rabbit hole, but it's the rabbit from Monty Python, right? Bison, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us one ball. What have you been up to, social media-wise?
Honestly, not a whole lot social media wise. You generally find me here on Dirty 20 Gaming. I'm a regular face on the Friday Fun Shots, and I'm also Bigfrid Barkswipe on the World at Large, which is our Sunday game, which plays exactly 24 hours from now.
Yes.
And Monday nights, when I remember / have time / what have you, I play Control on my own Twitch channel, which is Bison_Stone&Fist. I'll throw it in chat just a sec here. So I remember how to type. And that is pretty much what I do. Everything else is stolen by my job.
Stolen by your job. Yeah.
Hey, good. I did spell it right.
Yeah, apparently lean in a bit. You're a little quiet, according to chat. It's all right. I do the same thing. You're slouching. I'll fix that too. I'll get you so terrified you have to lean in. Just give me a minute. I have to introduce the other two first. Mana, thank you for joining us again. You came back. We must be doing something right. Thank you for coming back. And hey, hello to Midlife over in chat. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can wipe out one of your own this evening. I mean, not in the nicest possible way. They volunteered for this. But speaking of which, that's one of the things I know you're doing when you're not here. Tell us about that and all the others.
Yeah, every now and again, Midlife Dices, who's here in chat with us, it has been nice enough to have me on their feed. It's about DM time a couple times for a wonderful panel that I love being a part of, and that show is just absolutely amazing. That's every Thursday night. And then on Wednesdays, when I'm not with you guys, on Wednesdays, I am part of Wandering Haven's Wednesday afternoon game, and we are running through some dark lore, illithid things over there. It gets pretty dark sometimes, but it's fun.
So you come over here for a light TPK. Good.
Yeah. You know, I over there before I was TPK'd here. So I don't know.
There you go. Okay, well, yeah. Worse things can happen to you in an illithid-based campaign. Thank you very much for taking time away from all of that and coming and joining us. I appreciate it very much. And then there's Roosbar. Hello, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Oh, very glad you joined us this evening. What else are you? I have been paying attention to everybody else. I haven't watched a second of what you're doing. What have you been up to recently?
I'm all over Twitch. I've been spending a lot of time supporting a lot of my friends and their streams. Not a lot of my own time on my own stream lately, just because it's more fun.
Yes, heroic too. Fun. I'll give you that. Yeah, absolutely. So pitch them instead of you if you want to do it that way. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Do it.
Pitch anybody. I don't care. I gave you this moment. This is your ad. Use it as you will.
The biggest two are Ricky Chu and her guild, they're a really big part of what I do lately. Rikkicchuu. She just hit partner, and
Yeah.
so she's been doing amazing things. And my buddy Objection,
You're gonna have to
geez,
spell
I
that
can't
one out
remember.
for me, bro.
Yeah, it's Objecshun.
Oh, of course it is.
Objection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but are they a DJ too? That looks like a DJ name to me.
Yeah, almost, right. He's a big fan of Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Stuff. So
Well, there goes my chance of getting them on as a guest.
He's super nice, so he'll probably just take it in
Yeah.
stride and come in anyways.
Oh yeah, no, he's a good dude. I love him, and those two are both so worthy of praise and
Well,
the time to go and see them.
Thank you for doing that. That is friggin' epic. Give you a chance to pump yourself, and you go, no, look at these people instead. That's A, so Canadian, and B, so epic. Thank you. I appreciate that. I might give you a reroll tonight for that. That was really cool. Thank you. Speaking of rerolls, I'm going to give away a quick secret. I never do recaps, and nobody ever seems to notice. So let's continue to not do recaps. We find ourselves in this dungeon where you were driven down into by certain death and destruction on the surface. It wasn't even a question. If you stayed up there, there were moments left. And apparently the world, at least, and maybe the universe, stopped at that moment when you entered this. And it's all balanced on your increasingly damaged shoulders. You have been inside this tower for less than half an hour. You have accomplished 2 levels. You don't know how many there are because your characters don't know it's a 10-session season.
Yay.
And to put it mildly, you've all been thumped at least once. I don't think anybody's been actually down. Have we had an unconscious yet?
Pretty close.
But it's been
No, yeah, we
damn
haven't yet.
close all round.
Yeah.
Disengage action, save my ass.
There are 2 dead mimics on the floor in this room, and you hear the doors unlock behind you. You know from past experience now the ward outside the door is going to be gone. So I think we ended the last session with a question, and then we didn't answer it. So I'll ask it again now. Would anyone like a rest of the short or long variety, or would you choose to discuss this at this time?
Well, definitely can tell that One Ball needs some attention.
Yeah, one ball has a blinking campfire
Yeah.
showing up on its screen.
So, yeah,
Green, a little pinky.
Yeah.
I'm in pretty decent shape, but that's me. I'm for the rest, and I can see if I can spend some time. Maybe I can fudge my way through with my crafting abilities to be able to assist in One Ball's recovery, possibly.
Well, with One Ball the thing is they do regenerate naturally in a sense. If I take a long rest, I still react to a long rest like any normal mortal would.
Yeah, it's just nanos or whatever you want to call it instead of
I would like to think of myself as being a craftsman, being able to act almost like a cleric for a construct, possibly.
No, not a bad idea.
Okay, I don't. I don't have a problem with this. I will allow you to. It's a long rest.
Yeah, because a long
If
rest.
you take a
will
long rest, you get it
recharge
all
us.
back anyway. So
Yeah.
if it was a
And
short
that'll
rest,
also-
what I was prepared to offer for a short rest is a reroll of one of the dice if you were going to burn hit dice with his help. But long rest, you get it all back. So you can certainly help, but the result would be the same.
I like the idea of doing so as a flavor thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You poke and prod and watch wires
Help him
knit back
reattach his
together,
arm.
Yeah.
glue chunks of the ball back in place.
Occasionally, you'll find a plate that will say "mostly expendable combat humanoid trademark," just engraved into like underneath an armor plate or something. So, are we taking along? Because that'll also help with one ball's completely expended.
I do just want to remind, out of character, I do believe Kevin told us one long rest per 24 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we've been here half an hour.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't mind. We can do the long rest. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Just want to like.
I would personally, I'd prefer short or nothing, but that's just the way that I'm at right now.
I mean, two of you
Yeah,
are sort of
I
one
think
hit die away from not too bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I can do short too.
Yeah, because there's only one really
you can do a
hardcore
short.
caster in this group, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
we can do
even.
shorts. Yeah,
there isn't really.
I'm half a caster.
You're half a caster, and that's sort of that's the bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
could say like a short rest hit because I haven't used any hit dice.
Okay.
Well, that works. I like that too because that works with the great idea. So yes, one ball you can re-roll if you choose to roll more than you can re-roll a hit die.
Okay. Well, we'll see what I get on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
My Constitution bonus is 4, so that'll help.
Because yeah, like I said, you're absolutely right. One per. Well, yeah, that's
I'm
probably
I'm
the
gonna
one you
use
want to
that
re-roll.
reroll.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
better.
go.
There's
That's
9
much
hit
better.
points. That
Yep.
puts me at 18.
Oh wait, that's not right.
So you take a half an hour
I
and
clicked
one
it.
ball. You're still
clicked on the
thumped,
wrong
like
thing.
you're still beat up, right? But at least you're better than you were.
I'm
I'm gonna use one
Yeah,
of my
burn.
hit die.
Okay. Yeah, you can always burn them one at a time.
Oh wait, nope. I did the same
The
exact,
exact same thing. Hey, we're all new to Astral.
10.
We are here to have fun.
I'll take
There we
it.
go.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I'll take
But
4.
people are rolling initiative and all
What?
this. Woohoo!
How did that even happen?
What do you do? I
Oh.
punched asleep. I punched asleep repeatedly.
Apparently,
All right, well,
So
I
one.
used
Okay.
4.
No,
So-
There's some keyboard shortcuts that I wasn't aware of. Apparently,
there are a lot of them actually in Astral, and one of these days I'm going to learn enough of them to make this go way smoother.
Yeah.
But for
I
now,
will say
yes,
that
please
if
do.
at some point we want to take a long rest, Lensa is out of second level spell slots.
Yeah.
She's out of them. She's done.
Yep.
completely out.
So
Well, you guys decide.
yeah.
And when you do, let me know. You can always, this is a pretty modular design. It's pretty easy to get inside somewhere and jam a door and have a sleep. So
Yeah.
I'm not. When I've only give you 1 in 24 hours, I'd be a real ass if I jumped you in the middle of it. But
All right.
with that, apply hit points as you got. Yeah, look at those hit point bars just fill right up. And with the stench of slowly rotting mimic in the background, you head back for the hall.
Before we go,
Yes.
one ball is going to take some of the damaged bits of not necessarily mimic, but just like parts of the altar because we did miss a few times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he's going to put them in a bag. So the next time we need to throw a rock at something, one ball has a bag of rocks.
Every party's got that one person that says, "I take a bit." Every time there's an encounter, I take a bit. I put it in the jar. I put it in the boxes.
oh yeah, that's right. I do have those little jars. Of
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So yes, you got bits of altar and bits of mimic, which I have just decided has the same texture as octopus. I don't know if that helps you or not. I don't know if you've ever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna check. Is that good to eat? Can I chew on that? I'm gonna do like a.
Eating mimic, yeah. The only thing is your indigestion changes flavors every 20 minutes.
But I'm a Darf. It's gonna affect me. I'm just gonna carve a piece of.
It's the rest of them
carve a
I'm
piece
worried
of the
about.
mimic.
But yes, you can eat mimic, yeah.
No, I'm just gonna cut a piece and I'm gonna pop it in my mouth, start chewing on it because it's chewy. It's gonna be, it's
Yep.
like gum.
I ate a
Something to chew
mimic
on.
and I liked it. We should probably move on.
Face
You
just kind of,
just yeah, no doubt.
Take some more, put it in a vial with some salt.
Yeah,
Just gonna
mimic
some
jerky, absolutely.
Jerky that for later.
And with that, and an hour, we might as well take the full hour. We might as well allow for a real rules as written rest because it doesn't really matter. And you head back towards the central tunnels. As you get there, you hear the fire burning away. You've arrived just at the end of one of the central tunnel burns, just enough to remind you that you have to hurry from floor to floor.
Let's book it.
You're usually first.
One ball is taking the rear, regardless.
Okay, yeah, rude.
Bro can go first this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, not a problem.
When we do go, you notice that one ball's he doesn't move as quickly or as confidently as he did before.
Mhm.
He's more watching everything.
Yes, we did talk about their state of mind, and one balls is not good. He's kind of like 0.7 ball right at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Not feeling himself.
with
Yeah.
that, you've got a limited period of time. So Lenza, you push the door open and you look. The ward is gone. You can continue.
all right, yeah. Lensa's just gonna kind of like, she's actually gonna look to Karos and be like, let's go. And this time she's gonna like put a hand like between his shoulder blades and we're gonna go together.
Okay, yeah, it's wide enough. Absolutely. Yep, these stairs are now 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
They
moving.
gotta be.
And then behind you comes one ball. And you head for the next floor.
Yeah.
You arrive at the next door. You can see the ward past the door. This one is a swirling, sickly green and yellow mass of sick. It just looks poisonous or acidic or something of the sort. Another identical door set in another identical wall.
Perfect. Per usual, Lensa's gonna check for traps.
Please do.
Investigation.
Yes, please. Oh.
Whoa.
You find a trap inside the keyhole where you would have gone to pick it. You reach in and you look and it's, oh, there's a little thing that will move down if I don't do this right. Haha, I have discovered the trap. Yeah. Karos looks over your shoulder and sees the same thing, just this little flap. You go, haha, I got this. You put in a second tool and you sort of pin that little piece out of the way and pick the rest of the lock. Both of you give me a dex save, please.
Dex save. Okay.
Yeah, this is a leapy out of the way when something unexpected explodes in your face kind of moment.
Okay.
I will be right back.
Yep. 19.
Ooh.
You did that well. And a 9. Okay. Oof.
Gonna be one of those nights.
Apparently.
She has a +5 to her save.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So, oh, look at that. I rolled very poorly. So, Lensa, you take 7 points of damage. Karos, you take 3 as a mist of green poisonous gas like mushroom spores. And you kind of, as it comes out, because it's not what you were expecting, you get a big mouthful. So you start choking and hacking. You take 3, Karos. The door is still not unlocked. Down below, the fire starts to burn again.
Lensa is just kind of coughing like
Yes, yeah. There's a cloud sort of drifting out over the open area in the middle, and you're wondering how that's going to burn.
well, she's going to use her gust and like push that away from everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh,
as
good point.
quickly as
Yep,
possible.
absolutely. So for a moment, the torch gets dim, while and then it comes back because he's still glowing at 60 feet with the torch because we were constantly using gust. Another brilliant idea that I love. And so You look down, the fire is starting to burn up from in the morning, sorry, I was reading chat. Starts to burn up again, but this door is still not unlocked. You have sprung the real trap. But who's going to get this door open?
I mean, Lensa can try.
Yep,
She can
absolutely.
try.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Dex, right.
23.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here we go.
Your tools were still in the hole, so that's easy. You just reach in and click at the end and pop. So the door pops open and you step in. The group of you find yourselves in a short hallway leading to a door. You slam the door shut behind you. Back out into the central hallway. You know how this works by now. As soon as it closes, it locks. There is a door ahead of you. It's got a lock symbol on it, so if you can't open it, let me know and I will.
I was able to.
Okay. Oh, and I got to get rid of one of the characters, actually. Hang on for a second.
Le poof.
There, gone.
No.
As Lensa kind of picks the lock and opens the door, she kind of stumbles through, and she's still kind of like, and she just kind of like ushers people in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, go.
I just closed the door because whoever opens it, I want to be standing in front of it when they do, so they get a view of the room.
Sorry. I was trying to scroll it.
So, okay, I asked if you could do it, so it didn't surprise me that somebody clicked the button. But, so one ball, does that mean you're walking up and doing the door, or were you just testing?
Hold on.
I'll do it.
You asked if we were able to, so I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm able to. So.
Okay,
I'll do it.
perfect. Yeah, Karos, you walk up, open the door, and you can see ahead of you. Let me grab, where have I got my camera here? It's down here. Let me move it just so that people can see what you can see. There we go. Ahead of you in the hallway are a series of tables. You can see 4 of them between you and another fancier door at the far end of this black obsidian room. The floor is all jagged and shattered. These tables sit upon them, and on each one of these tables there's burned up spell scrolls and incense burners with the last little whiffs coming off of them. This one that's closest to you here, or the one that's closest to you ahead of you, has actually there's a scroll that the corner of it is dripping fire onto the table. The fire is burned through the table, and there's dripping little fireballs on the floor. The next table in, as you're looking in on your right-hand side, there's lightning sort of skittering across the surface, and you can see further and further in, this room has recently been the source of clearly another major ritual, and you're walking through the ruins of that again.
Perfect.
Oops.
Hang
Hang on.
I choose not to go in the room.
Damn it. I clicked the spot outside the map so that I could see my buttons, and I clicked on one of my buttons without seeing what it was. So,
Good luck, Faces. Have a good day.
oh, thank you so much. Permanent guidance on Lensa before I leave. Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Ooh, that's not it. Shit. Hang on, I gotta do stuff. I can just do it this way, right? That's the one I want. There. Never mind. I knew I had that button. Okay. Nothing happened. No blue stuff filled the hallway in front of you at all. 100% my fault. Astral does this really well. I accidentally clicked on a button that I shouldn't have.
I can only see to out there.
Yep. You should have about 60 feet of vision.
Lensa will bring up, kind of scoot in over here.
Okay. Yep, so you guys slide into the room. As I said, this table that's just in front of you, directly in front of one ball, That's the one that's got the burning scroll on it. The next one is sparkling with lightning, and from there you can see fire and other sort of lingering effects. And its silence reigned.
One ball does no idea what's.
Yeah. There is a door at the far end of the room. Clearly, one of these.
Can Lensa, with her heritage, maybe sense what if these scrolls are like dangerous to examine closer, given that she's a genasi? So like she.
Absolutely. Give me Arcana with advantage. I like that. I like that very much.
With advantage.
Yes.
How do I do that? Click to send to chat.
And then click again on delayed roll. So we'll
Okay,
forget
well,
about that
I'm
delayed
glad
roll.
I
We'll go with that 18. Yes. This is magic that's already gone boom once, and it is not settled. This is like walking through a nitroglycerin landmine.
So it's very unstable, is what you're
Very unstable. Like bump a table, hit something sort of bad, things will happen.
So as she sees Karos kind of like
Wander.
Yeah.
she's gonna say, "Don't touch that. Don't touch those. Be careful." They're not.
I'm always careful. What are you talking about?
Keros, are you watching where you're going, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
8-ball is watching them walk before, or sorry, 1-ball is watching them walk before making a step.
Okay. Keros, you see as you're walking along, you see where the flame is dripping through the table and hitting the ground. You said this is obsidian floor, and that spot is starting to melt, and it's starting to tilt.
That's interesting.
And as you look, one drop falls down, hits, and bounces sideways. And each drop continues.
Going sideways.
Just every time, just drip, ding, drip, ding, drip, ding. This little fireball bursting down the length of the room.
Okay.
And smashing against that far end table, which has also got magical things on it, which like beakers and goblets that are starting to vibrate and shake as the little fireballs hit them.
All right, I'm gonna start kind of like moving while trying to be careful.
Yep.
Trying to like hastily move.
Okay. I'll get you to stop there. What are the other two doing at that point?
1-ball is going to actually hug the wall and keep an eye on Karos and the table as they move.
So yeah, you can move up to as far as you want.
I'll stop over there.
Otherwise known as creeping up the room. Lensa.
I have a bow.
So is the table all the way against like this far wall?
You could get beyond it, yes. There is a chance if you did, you would bump that table.
Nah. Okay.
DM wording.
You know, perhaps not then. She had the idea to kind of like come around the other side, but
well, there's certainly nothing to prevent you from doing that on the south side, assuming down is south in this map.
yeah, she's gonna kind of come. She is gonna like block 1-ball from. She doesn't want 1-ball to get damaged again, so she's gonna kind of like come between 1-ball and perhaps any sort of danger damage.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I know what this party's name is. Vaguely Brave. Lance, I know, right? Apparently they know me. He said, I've never had a party not touch when somebody says don't touch. Somebody always pokes the tiger. You move forward to there. I want all three of you to give me a perception check. as you approach this second table, the one that's sort of skittering in lightning.
Oblivious.
That's 2 obliviouses. And
Sure.
1 ball?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, look at that way up there. Okay, never mind. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's got your apparently your favorite terrain is Forrest Gump with 2 R's. I don't
Apparently.
know why.
I'm just gonna go with getting attacked by the mimic damaged some friggin'
It did. Yeah, there's a
sensors
couple.
or
Yeah,
something.
you need a defrag. You got to heal,
Yeah.
but you still need a defrag. Yeah, that makes sense. You're
Yeah.
not back at full hit points.
I didn't turn it off and turn it back on again.
No, so you saw nothing.
Wow.
Let's actually none of the 3 of you. No, the table ahead of you is sparkling. Like I said, sort of lightning skittering around the metal bits of it. Who's moving next? The answer to that is usually Karos.
I'm doing this for a decision making.
Okay.
So. Well,
It was a D6. Oh, okay. If it was a 50-50 decision.
yeah, it was.
That's 1.
I'm going to regret what I'm going to do.
I already regret it.
Well, I'm going to activate the chill on my Warhammer
Okay. Yep.
and touch it close to the edge of the table.
In an effort to put out the fire?
Yeah.
That's freaking brilliant. In fact, just give me a give me sleight of hand, and it's not going to be a difficult DC. I like this. I'd like to reward good ideas. So 6. Go ahead and hit it the advantage button. I want this to work. But I'm going to insist that your roll. It didn't work. Okay. Well, in that case,
I'm going to use that reroll.
yes, you friggin' can. Yeah, you're the one that you earned for. Yeah.
Oh my god. No.
Okay. Well, we tried, but that's not what this game is about. This game is about things go boom.
Oh, that was a very bad day.
Yeah.
I told you it's going to be one of those nights.
You deflect 1. That part works. But instead of going straight like it does now, let me shut that one off before I do this. It deflects over and hits this one, which then starts to gout flame across your path. But at least the other one is out. I'll give you that much. I didn't promise death so much as threaten death, to be fair.
The sound of applause and then a question mark.
Yeah, questionable as the success on that one too. I agree.
And your Warhammer is steaming now. Psst. Yeah, Lensa. You sound like you have an idea.
She might have an idea.
Okay, we'll give you a second then. 1 ball. What is your lack of an idea look like? Because I see a complete lack of an idea on your face.
Yeah, no, the one in front of me, 3 squares to my
Yep.
east,
That one's still
sparkly?
with electricity. Yep.
Stick your tongue to it.
Yeah, I don't have a mouth, let alone a friggin' tongue.
Is it a 9-volt table or a 1.5-volt table? No! That's a car battery table. Ow!
Ow.
I know he's interested. He's leaning in so far.
1 ball is going to back up 10 feet,
Yep.
and then he's going to pick out a rock and toss it at the scroll with the intent of trying to, move it or dislodge it? Because you said there's a scroll on each.
Yep,
one.
there is. There
Yeah.
absolutely is.
So he's gonna.
Give me a. Well, you tell me. You want to do just a straight dex, or you want to do sleight of hand? In other words, are you proficient? I'm trying to give you. This is another good idea. I'll give you bonuses all over the place. Sleight of hand on skills is under dex, I think. Should be.
Yeah.
I am looking down in frigging wisdom. That would explain it.
Yeah.
I'm not proficient, but I'm gonna.
Give me that one.
I'll just do it as straight dex.
Okay. Wow.
What is with? Wow. Is
Oh,
my arm
wow.
on backwards?
I think everybody's arms are on backwards tonight.
So you. Yep.
No. Go, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No,
the ball.
I like this. One ball goes, boom, and throws a rock at the scroll, trying to knock it off the table. In midair, Lenza goes, and.
Yeah.
Is this your assist?
I mean, it can be now.
Yep.
This rock kind of
Oh,
going.
frick, you have gusty powers. You could just go whoosh.
That's pretty much what you're gonna do. She's gonna see this rock and see that like the aim is just like going the other way. She's like,
Yeah.
no, that way.
So
Okay.
for again, because you normally use it to keep the torch double lit, the torch goes down, the rock gets pushed in the darkness, the torch comes back up, the rock becomes visible again as it comes down and knocks the scroll off the table. As it hits the floor on the far side, there is an explosion of blue electrical light. It's got to be 15 feet across. It just and then it fades away. The table now appears to be empty. Give me perception checks, please.
One ball's like, oh shit. Reception.
15,
go.
17. Here we go.
That's
We're
a little
seeing stuff now.
Found our rolls.
Yeah.
Dice are warm.
Wow. 2 17s and a 15. Yeah, they certainly are. The lightning goes off behind the table. Clearly a scroll with some residual magic in it that's gone off, and it would have done a lot of damage if you'd been inside, but the blast went the other way. But the top of the table that's now exposed has got a pit in it, sort of a round pit about 30 centimeters, a little over a foot in circle, and oozing out of it.
I'm sorry.
A black pudding comes out from the hole blown in the table from that electrical blast. If you hadn't,
I'm not allowed
just
to
a
have ideas
just a
anymore.
quick out of character. If you hadn't have done that, you would have set off the explosion on the table and then had the black pudding come out to your damaged cells from the explosion. So, yeah, you're doing really well so far. Yeah.
It's still shitty. Either way.
So Lenza would like to do something.
Yes. You're all going to get to do one thing before we go to initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lenza is gonna see this thing kind of come out, and she's gonna go, "Oh no!" And she's gonna cast levitate on it and put it directly in the path of that fire. Yeah. Boom, boom. Up, down, in the
I
fire.
like that very much. I don't remember. Do they get a save on that?
One creature or object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet. Spoken levitated target that weighs up to 50 pounds. Unwilling creature that succeeds on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, I might have used the spell incorrectly. The
I
target
think
can
it
only
only
move
goes
by
straight
pushing.
up, right? Yeah.
It does. Okay, so she can't push it.
No.
She's still gonna put it up.
You
in
can
the
float it
air.
up in the air. I mean, it still puts it right up at the ceiling, which will put it out of strike range if it's only got a 5-foot range, right?
Yeah, She's
Still
just gonna go,
over you?
I don't like that.
Absolutely.
No.
So I get a con save.
Yeah, and her save is, oh, it's only 10.
6. Only a 6. And with that, the black pudding, all of a sudden it's like a drain film backwards. Like it starts to pour out into the room instead of forcing itself into the room. It's like gravity's reversed on it, and it gets sucked out of this hole. By the end of it, you see it's like dragging its little pseudopods to try not to get pulled out of this table, but then thunk up against the ceiling. And because it's a pudding, it keeps trying to go up. It's only 15-foot ceilings, but it's trying to go another 5 feet. So it's actually pressed flat by that against the ceiling. Well done.
And this is concentration up to 10 minutes. Just.
Mhm. Absolutely. So it's stuck up against the ceiling. I'm not going to make it go away, but it is no longer a threat. You can see its little pseudopods trying to reach down, but they can't. Every time it reaches down, it's kind of, oh, you're playing like, are you slapping yourself? Are you slapping yourself with the black pudding against the ceiling? Yeah.
Let's just that's done for now.
You're just walking underneath like, no.
No.
And with that, you can comfortably make your way past. It's easy to time the jump past this next fire. I mean, easy enough to do. You look as you walk past and you see where that lightning bolt went off. And I mean, the obsidian glass is cracked and blasted. The back of this table is all damaged and burnt as well. It would have been horrific.
I'm assuming that scroll is toast.
Yes, as each one of these, as each one of these things.
The scroll that.
Okay.
We used,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, as the fire stopped, that scroll went up. When the lightning bolt went off, that one went up. So yes, these scrolls they were already sort of used, but they were used in a ritual fashion, so there was some residual magic on them. You can easily time your way past this next thing, so go ahead and move. It doesn't automatically do damage or anything.
Still waiting just in case. I have bad luck.
I see that you
Every
guys...
time I do something, an ooze or a monstrosity shows up, so... Fuck.
Yes, that's a great granddad joke. Yes, it is. Why is that door open? Close that door. There we go. Who's opening doors from across the room? And with that, behind you, you can feel the sort of magic draining from this room. In fact, just because I'm getting sick of watching it, it burns out as you walk past. This room is now, you can feel it. You kind of get it and you feel it in your arcanic bones. This part of the room is, other than the squishy black thing stuck to the ceiling, is no longer magical. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that when you had liquid. You almost did a spit take. What a pro, though. What a pro. The door awaits.
I'm gonna have a look at this stuff on the table.
This last table.
This last table on this side, as you walk past, you look down and you see a broken glass bowl that had a small amount of silver liquid in it, like mercury, that spilled out onto the table.
Ball don't know shit about magic. Or one ball. I keep forgetting. I've even got a one ball where the 8 ball used to be on my desk.
Yeah.
To
So,
remind me which ball
I'm gonna see if I can't collect that stuff into a random vial in my pouch.
yep. Yeah, you guys got a little bit of everything. Just keep writing it down what it is and come up with creative ways to use it. I love it. This is perfect. You guys absolutely old school solved an old school room. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Creative use of spells, creative use of abilities. Think your way through it. Don't fight your way through it.
Shit.
Brilliant. I love this. This is so much fun. At least for me. I hope you guys are enjoying it a little bit at least. But
I love the puzzles. I had an argument with some guy on Twitter last night about how puzzles shouldn't be in D&D. I'm like, fuck you.
Come play with me. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Exactly.
Because these
I
are
actually told him, I told him, I'm sorry you haven't been to a table that takes that stuff seriously.
Well, and in this case, they are. I mean, play as players. These are puzzles. As characters, this is a series of rituals, right? That I try to hide the fact that it's a puzzle without hiding the fact that it's a puzzle. But it's not just a puzzle for the sake of a puzzle. Right? Yeah. I said the word puzzle enough times. Somebody opened that door.
Okay. If I have to.
Every door is slightly less brave. Somebody opened the door. I saw you rolled a 4 for your investigate, so yeah, you found absolutely no traps whatsoever.
Cool, there's no traps in this door.
Yeah. Click. Boom. Yeah, no traps. Oh, right. The room in front of you is another altar room. But this one appears to be completely empty. On the far side, where you see that door symbol, you can click that. But that pedestal that's there, on top of it, there's a machine. If you want to move over and have a look at it, that's sort of. I just put it there so it's on the same map, but that's sort of up against the wall, and beyond it, there's this rusty mechanical clock mechanism.
When we do make our way to it, one ball is going to go around whatever's in the middle.
Yeah, that is physically a huge altar. I should have described it. It's about 6 feet tall, so 2 meters tall, and on the top of it, there's this intricately carved flame work. If I ever run this again, I'm going to change that to ice, because intricately carved flame work is hard to say. It's not lit. Actually, I'll give you this because I didn't tell you. I won't make you roll. It looks like very briefly. You can feel heat coming off of it. Very briefly, short period of time ago, that was hot. You were talking. You were speaking.
I really badly need to grab a drink. I'm parched. I hate walking away in the middle of a thing.
It's all good. You
I'm not the smart one anyway, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh crap! And I'm 3 beers deep, so Mana Queen, it's all up to you.
No.
Right.
Oh, no.
Oh good. Oh good. I'll pull this over here so everybody can see the puzzle. You guys can see it all, right? Yeah, especially if you. So yeah, you move around the room. Yeah, step into the room that is the puzzle, and I'll explain it when Roosbar comes back as well. But I'll explain it to you guys now. As you step up to this machine, and this is a D&D world, so this stuff is foreign. This is strange. This is artificer land, right? This is very, very odd. You find this panel in front of you. It says at the bottom, Votiacs, artificers, and makers of machinations. There's a series of buttons on it, triangles, circles, and squares. And a voice, as the last of you steps in the room, says, "Thank you for entering. Please enter the password to continue." And this is another one of the ones where you can click on the buttons in the order you think make up the password.
Lindsay is going to look at the machine, look at One Ball, who's a creature she has never seen before.
Yep.
Look at the machine, look at One Ball, look back at the machine, look at One Ball and go, ta-da!
Okay.
One Ball, this is archaic. This is all mechanical.
Yeah.
Like, there's no neural links. There's not even a transistor in this thing. Like, it's an entirely mechanical system. If you had a month and could take it apart, you could probably figure it out, but it's that complex.
It's too old for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's pre-tech.
Irregardless, One Ball is still going to take a couple minutes and just sort of like get a feel for the machine itself and just sort of observing what's visible and trying to see if pulling a Pete's sakes, see if there's something you can pull off the, fucking open, see what's under the hood.
Well, I'll start with the thing that's furthest away from you, mounted behind this counter on the wall, and that's that rusted old clock-looking thing in the back. You can see scratch marks on it. The time on it has recently changed, and as you look, you can see it's actually gone somewhere, and now it's come back. So it's reset. In other words, you're going to have to open it again. That's why it's asking for the password. Closer to you, there's a series of buttons and switches on the top of a panel that looks like a perfectly normal control panel. But the more you look at it, the more you realize none of them are connected to anything.
All right.
They're all just flicky flickies. The only buttons that are real buttons are the triangles, the circles, and the squares. It's the only things that can be manipulated, and they are old-fashioned, like mechanical keyboard push buttons.
And I don't see
Lensa
any.
wants to push one so bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Are they all red?
so hold on. I'm
Yeah,
trying
they're
to
all red.
throw that there.
Yep. And ignore the circles around them. This is just the images I found on Pixabay. Assume that they are all homogeneous and the same.
Okay.
Enter the password so that you may continue.
So obviously it's going to ask for a time. Is there anything around with the sad fucking little 10 that I got that might offer a hint as to what time they might be looking for? I mean,
Oh, on the clock? Although
Yeah.
the clock in the picture has like Roman numerals on it, you wouldn't know what. Well, you would. Again, it's archaic material, but this is not a 12-hour sort of Earth clock. This is like it's 29:37 somewhere. You know, it's 29:92 somewhere. Right? It's messed up. The hand. There's more than two of them. It's an artificer clock. Hands are going to move in different directions, and now that you look, you can see a bunch of little scratch marks where a whole bunch of very complicated things, like an old astrolabe or something, when it goes off.
A series of very disappointing words and shit.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. Yes.
No, it's not. Oh god. Only thing we can do is press a button.
And you can press these buttons.
Oh, we can. Yeah, we
Yes,
can.
you can. Oh yeah, I'm waiting.
I am.
Yeah.
One
Enter
ball,
the password to continue. The
One
voice
ball
says,
makes the hand, the thinking
"Yeah."
motion with his hand, and
I
presses.
just see this on the bottom of a one ball. Squeak,
Yeah,
squeak. I should be taking this more seriously, but it's more
and he
fun this way.
presses one button. Presses that one.
It pops back up under your hand, and out in the hallway behind you, you see. And how you look out, the first half of that hallway, including the part that has the black pudding pinned to the ceiling, is a mix of electrical and flame just arcing back and forth and exploding. Attempt 1 failed. Enter password to continue.
Great.
The letter F.
I'm gonna look around the room for anything that might. Yeah.
Give me
Some
an
sort of
investigation check.
All right, smart guy. Let's go.
3. Nope, not a damn thing. Nope.
One
Buttons.
ball's also going to try and look around again because
Yep.
obviously.
I mean, yeah, Lensa would like to do so as well, back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dude.
Wow.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
off.
So have you ever had a virtual tabletop say to you, "I'm not doing this for you"?
Mhm.
I will give you, because if If you add all three of those together, it wasn't the DC I had actually set to figure out this, but I see three faces that need a clue. So what I will give you, which sounds like a clue but isn't, well, I mean, that's the other way around. It doesn't sound like a clue, but it is. The answer is on the screen. That's your first clue.
No.
In the panel room.
No, I don't like this. I mean, I do. I'm just.
And pressing,
It's sure different from combat, isn't it? Isn't it?
that button didn't work. Fuck off. Let's think abstract. It's too dark. It's too dark. The only shape one ball sees is a circle.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Boink.
Boom, it pops back up. Incorrect password.
2 Fs.
Please try again.
I got nothing. I was really
Out in the hallway, you hear the death throes of a black pudding pinned to the ceiling. It starts to drip into the blue and red, fiery electrical flame death below.
No, that doesn't fucking work.
I'm waiting for a wait a minute. Then I'm waiting for a you bastard, but we'll see if we get to that part.
No, the arrows don't work. It doesn't work. Arrows.
The arrows?
I was thinking it was related to what direction everything was shooting.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, no. But that's.
But they don't point sideways. Yeah, good argument. Take your time with this. This was inspired by that Bitcoin guy that's got 2 chances left for $210 billion. You know, he's only got 2 chances left to remember his password. It is the answer. I'll give you a second hint. Color has something to do with the answer. Combined with the first hint, the answer is in this room.
In this room, color. Oh shit! There's 2 down arrows.
Up arrows. There's also 2 squares.
Yeah, no. I'm looking at the Vodayaks, artificers and makers of bullshit.
I love it. It looks like the stream froze. Everybody's just sitting there. And it might not be great TV, but damn it, it is.
Lindsay is going to point out the fact that there are 7 buttons
Mm-hmm.
and 7 letters in Votiax.
You guys you're just dancing.
We're
It's
fucking
just like-
there.
She's going to kind of like put I don't know.
I'll give you your third hint. I was going to say One Ball said it, but One Ball doesn't say anything. Bison said it out loud.
It's
The third thing. Yeah, the third hint. You said it out loud.
It has to do with the fact that Vodayaks is in red. It's in the room. But
And there was another word that you said. How to spell that out? That gives you another one.
Yeah, I mean, Lenza literally, without pressing them, is like tracing one of the
Yes.
down triangles.
I did exactly the same thing.
Yes. The
The
Final Jeopardy theme. Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun, dun.
so oh shit.
Yeah.
So either this is going to cut the series short very quickly. I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
B O T A Y A X. Did I fucking get it?
Thank you for entering the password correctly.
Oh my god.
It's
It's what fit in the shape. It's what
Yes.
fit in the shape.
Yeah.
Yes,
My-
you said the
My
word
brain was
shape,
thinking the same
and that's
thing, but
what.
I couldn't get where you got.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I worried
This is the
about that
first time
puzzle
I've done a puzzle and gotten it right with the right logic. The other
instead
two
of
times
just pure fluking it through. Yeah.
fucking.
But I puzzled this puzzle multiple times because it might have been too hard. It might have been not hard enough. It might have been really obvious. It might not have been obvious enough.
Good puzzle. I approve.
I'm glad
Bastard.
that one worked out. I got a bastard. Woo! Yeah, that is a good puzzle.
Oh, you had me fucking sweating, bud.
You had 4 more chances.
4 more chances. My brain.
Because
is
this room, well, I'll show you. This room went 1, 2, 3, and then you were right there, like you're against this wall, and that's the 4th one. So you had 4 more chances.
Oh wow!
But
We
as
are
it
all
is-
technically
I had to pull out my grade 4
Yes,
brain.
exactly. Looking at the wall. As that last button clicks and the voice says password accepted, you see the rust falling away from the clock face as it moves through a different set of permutations this time. Not the same as it did last time. But nevertheless, the doors behind you, you hear them click, click, and unlock back out into the hall. It was
The
kind of
mechanical sound of if one ball could hold its breath, it would have.
Lensa is gonna come back this way and just like make sure that this thing is dead before they.
Yes, as you look into that room, the fire and lightning have scoured it clean. There's, as you look at the tables, it's like the act of looking at them causes the table themselves to fall into ash. Nothing would have survived in this room with those blazes. Deadly combination of lightning and fire. You walk through a fine layer of ash, partly composed of magical stuff, partly composed of wooden tables, and partly composed of black pudding. There's actually, I'll give you this too. There's a stain on the ceiling where it clung until it died that is slightly less burnt than the rest of the room as you walk by it underneath. Back to the doors.
Super dead.
And just as you get to the doors, you watch the flame drop past them again because there's no point in making you wait. And you step out. Or do you?
Yeah.
Yep, nobody's taking any damage. And head back on the stairs. The ward is gone. You can see where it was on the step. There's a burnt line. Like acid had burned the stone itself just from the ward sitting there. And you continue on. I know, Lance, it was very hard. Did not say thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you for using the Sirius Cybernetics Door Company. Thank you for having a nice day. Anyway. Proceed to the next room or the next door. Run up another half a loop or down half a loop. I forget which way we're going.
Oh, heading up.
Up, yes.
Going up. Yeah, we're going up.
Yes, you get up to the next door, another identical door. Another identical wall. Beyond this one, the ward is just a swirling blackness.
So, out of character question, since we've seen it happen a few times now, how long between roars through the center?
You've got, from where you are right now, you would just have time to get back down to the next room, the last room.
Okay.
So you got
As
time.
they're running,
Yeah.
Lens is gonna like tap One Ball's shoulder and say, "Do you have more rocks? Do you have any more rocks?"
And well, he's got a bag full of rocks.
Yep.
You can kind of hear going
Yeah.
as he runs.
Lens is gonna ask for one.
Okay.
Yeah.
One ball pulls out a pebble.
As they're running, Lens is literally gonna throw the rock from the stairs at the door to trigger the trap already. Just get out of the way.
Absolutely, yes. Perfect. I love it. Roll to hit. So just dex unless you're proficient with rock. So,
No, she's not. So
No.
we'll just roll dex.
oh, now I want to play a character that's only proficient with rock and stick.
That sounds like a barbarian.
16. Yeah, I mean, it's a door, right? You're running, so it's kind of a weird angle, but you fling it, it hits the door, and the entire door just comes out like one of those kitty, like the suction cup things you put on the table and they pop. The whole door just goes thump all the way out to the edge of the stairs. And then stops, leaving an empty hallway.
Perfect.
Spring-loaded door and glint.
From which music?
Oh, music.
Tell me how if this is too loud. Can you hear it?
Here.
Yeah.
I'll turn it down just a little bit so I can
This
hear it.
music sounds very familiar to Lensa, who's an entertainer.
Yes. Oops, I just muted it. Sorry.
Not to One Ball, who's used to, top 40 and Space Jams.
So, leaking out of this door, a string quartet, perhaps? A flautist? A pianist? Music. What do you do?
I'll go first this time.
One Ball pokes his head out the corner before watching Lensa go in.
Yeah.
You see this yellow pool ball in the doorway.
The three of you step to the door and look in. And what you see is a ballroom. By the way, this is for Twitter. It's a brilliant idea, and you're right, it needs to be done more. As the three of you step into this room, your clothing changes. In front of you are hundreds of couples dancing.
I both love you and hate you right now.
You're very, very welcome. This is a full, formal gala ball. I'm going to give you a minute to think while I describe it. The room is full of an unearthly light and a pale scent. There is a smoke in this room. You realize it's incense. It's there to cover a smell, but all you can smell is the incense. The band at the far end plays, and hundreds of identical pairs dance on the floor in front of you. Not only are they identical each pair to the other, but both partners in the dance. Although one is dressed in traditionally male attire and one is dressed in female attire, you look and they could be twins. Hundreds of pairs of them bowing and dancing and performing complex pirouettes. They completely ignore you when you walk in the room. The first question, you look down and you are in formal attire. And this is a masquerade, so I need the mask as well. Let's start with Lensa.
I'm ready.
Yeah, Lensa, I could see it. I saw it, absolutely. Lensa, when you look down and when the others look at you, what do they see?
I also just need to clarify for chat that the reason I both love and hate Catherine is because I made a joke of this. Off screen. Now, apparently. So, Lensa, now that she's in formal attire and dress and everything, is in a pale bluey teal dress.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not very frivolous. She's not a very frivolous woman. So it's very sleek and what is the word I'm looking for? It's more like a sheath dress, not like a big ball gown.
Understood.
Yeah.
And it has basic cap sleeves type of thing, and her mask is white lace, and it sits over her nose and around her eyes, and kind of ties behind her hair, which has stayed up. By the way, her hair is normally up, but now it's just kind of up in a bun with some. But she kind of fingers a curl that's hanging by her face like this, and she just kind of makes a face in it, and she goes, "Oh no."
I'm sorry, I was looking away for a moment. Did you describe your mask?
Yeah, it's white lace, and it just kind of sits over her nose and eyes in it's a very demure but formal look, and she doesn't look entirely comfortable either. She's very uncomfortable.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
This one I'm interested. One ball. What does one ball in formal attire look like?
Shiny. He is buffed. Like the ball is so reflective you could like count your own nose hairs in it. The suit itself, in keeping with the ball theme, he is dressed in what would be considered, typical ball attire. The sleeves are extremely poofy, especially on the left arm, because one ball's got to make room for that bow. And the color is a very, very deep royal purple, almost black. It's one of those things that you catch in the light. There's actually a lot of open space on what he's wearing to give off the fact that he's got these copper overtones, very, very shined metal. He's definitely been waxed. The feet have been painted black with a white stripe up the middle to imitate shoes.
Okay, yeah.
And he's very surprised and kind of wishing Cue Ball was here.
Yep, for sure. And you described the very shiny ball. Again, I was looking away, checking stuff. Is there a mask on the ball? Because it would be the reason I ask is because in my head it's cyclopean, right? Because it's just around, all you can see and hear is the one, and then there's some sort of mask around it.
Actually, yeah. Let's go with that. It is it's a masquerade, sort of a porcelain thing with the one ball, and it kind of it looks like a sun. It looks like the sun because he's yellow.
He's bright yellow, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, he has kind of a sunburst design, and then behind with the super sheer polish on the head.
Perfect. Which brings us to our dwarf. What, pray tell, do you look like in formal wear?
I am wearing my dress uniform. The bedecked in metals across the chest, red sash across with a fairly ostentatious looking, this is one of those, one of the awards you're given for great valor in the face of battle kind of thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Marking you as, it's basically like their version of the Medal of Honor.
Yep. And beard and hair done.
It's full. It's a full dress uniform.
Yeah. And in that case, a mask, or no?
The mask will be like a highly polished, dark, like kind of a silvery gray, just like a metal with a gold lining around it.
So you look down, and as you look back up, one of the couples breaks formation and spins towards you. They stop, separate hand in hand, and look at the three of you. Ah, says the one dressed in the traditionally male clothing. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Sister, aren't they wonderful? The other one looks at him and says, yes, brother, aren't they though? And she puts her arm around his shoulders in a very friendly fashion, considering they just called themselves brother and sister. Shall we ask them to dance? Yes, shall we? And one each reaches out a hand to you. They do not reach to 8 ball, or 1 ball, which makes sense.
Who takes which hand?
So, let you think about it for a second. Let's start with. I got to move this off here again.
For the record, since One Ball has not been offered a hand, he kind of
Yes.
rests into a sort of almost like he's supposed to be one of the servants.
Okay, so
That-
just yeah,
That is his default. That's what they're built for. They are
Absolutely.
servants.
absolutely, yeah.
Sort of the stance relaxes, gets into more of a formal sort of arm behind the back. Just sort of steps away in beat with the music because
Mhm.
that's how they did it.
Yeah.
Linda just looks at One Ball and like the look on her face is like, I can't believe you left me here.
So, let's. Hang on a second. Yeah, let's start with Karos. The one in the male clothing reaches out a hand to you. Shall we dance?
I think wouldn't you prefer to dance with her?
Does it really matter? We flipped a coin to see who wore what tonight. Come and dance.
Fair.
You're playing
I will-
Joker
I'll
Identity
take
Politics
this.
with a pair of mannequins.
Yeah. I'll take his hand.
Yeah. And boom, you just swirled out into this dance as you're going around. Seeing that, Lensa, a hand reaches out to you. I love the mask. So many would have gone much bolder.
She kind of looks at the hand and just puts her hand in the hand and says, "Thank you." And then she just
And
Off she goes.
spins you out onto the floor. Karos, as you're dancing, they're just small talk and chatting away with you. Oh, I've loved the outfit. What was that one for? What was that one for? About the medals and everything else. Give me a wisdom save. Suddenly I got serious there. Did you hear that? Give me a wisdom save.
The authority voice.
If only Cue Ball were here. 16. You feel psychic fingers trying to get into your head.
I should also mention that One Ball is keenly watching Lensa and Karos.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely. I assume
would
I'm gonna jump. Yeah, absolutely.
Very curious to see how they react.
Yeah. So, Karos, you feel somebody's trying to affect you mentally. Somebody. The person you're
I will
dancing.
loudly try to clear my throat.
Given it's a dwarf, that's quite the feat.
With that, I will give Lensa advantage because as you are danced off into the floor, the same sort of thing happens. About how the dress is beautiful and the shoes are spectacular. And, oh, don't you move, well, darling. And give me a wisdom save with advantage.
with advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Thank goodness. Oh,
Okay.
this is the perfect result because it's so uncomfortable when charm spells work. It just gets so creepy so fast. But yes, you hear the you didn't even need that though. You immediately felt you got experience. You know sleazeball when you feel it. Somebody was trying to get in your head. Somebody, your dance partner.
Yeah.
8 Ball, you see both of them sort of, and you hear the dwarf. 98 other couples just keep spinning in the darkness.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about 98 other couples.
Yeah.
They're not in my party. 8 Ball's wrist just sort of starts to rattle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where the short swords are hiding.
Yeah.
And starts. What would eight? Or, sorry, I keep saying 8-ball. One ball.
Those are different answers.
Totally different answers. Yeah, because 8-ball would have a gun. Yeah, one ball decides that not so much watching my party members at this point is watching the partners and definitely getting ready to do something about it. So from a physical standpoint, all you see is one ball going from servant standard to parade rest.
Right.
And there's that sense of a coiled spring.
Just ready to go, essentially holding an action without really holding an action. With that, you see the fracas out on the floor. The two top couples come to a stop because they realize that they've both been had. You hear, "Oh dear, sister. Oh yes, brother. I wasn't expecting this." What do you do? I don't know why I did that, but...
Judo flip to the ground.
I think I'm going to divest myself of this dance now.
Okay, so in what way?
Break connection. Try to be like,
Yeah, you shake it off. You
Yeah,
both
like, oh,
both
yeah.
remained uncharmed.
oh, is that and then just kind of towards the back of the room.
Yeah. You just walk away? They just
Yeah.
break the dance and
Oh, hey,
walk
look,
away? Okay.
something. Hey, look, a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lensa? Your response.
So, Lensa's background, she's very used to weaving through crowds,
Yep.
very kind of like nimbly.
Yeah.
And so on one of those turns and spins, she's just gonna spin and slip.
Boing.
Spin and slip, absolutely. I was going to ask for sleight of foot, but you've both given me good reasons why it was going to work, so I'm not going to ask you for the roll. The two of you just disengage. You have your own ways of doing this, and you just sort of boom off
She
into
is
the
gonna
darkness.
try to go in a similar direction to Karos, though, to make sure she kind of has him in sight and everything.
And one ball is skirting the perimeter, making sure that it has eyes. Well, what counts for eyes
Yeah.
on both of them at all times.
The two of your two party members?
My two party members, now that
Okay.
they're deciding to bug out.
As that happens and you turn to look at them, out of the corner of your eye, you see the two that were talking join together and start to dance with each other. And now it's 100 identical partners dancing and swirling in the room.
I kept eyes on the wrong people.
Need to check the room out.
One ball's pace pick quickens up. It doesn't like the fact that it's away from its other party members.
Okay, so you try to close the gap. Karos, what are you doing?
Checking out the room.
Okay, give me an investigation check. And Lensa.
Lensa is gonna try to look at the crowd because she's also really good at like finding a mark, right?
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
and
Yep.
she's gonna try to look at the crowd and find that one, maybe two that looks different.
Slightly off. I love it. Okay, Karos, that you just rolled that 17, or am I
Yeah.
asking?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's just
perfect. And then, so yes, because I like things to happen at the same time. Lensa, give me an investigation with advantage because of that. You were so specific in what you were looking for.
That's a nat
Didn't
20
need it
though.
again. Didn't need it again. Wow.
Chong.
Yeah, let's do it in this order. Karos, you look around the room and it's like, wait a minute. Sunlight in the room that's in a tower, smoke and incense, but there's no burners. This must be bullshit. You reach out and just touch the wall. Hang on a second. Oops, hang on a second. Hang on a second. 2 seconds. Another second.
Second.
Oh, I had this all planned out this afternoon. As you touch the wall, the light stops and turns into just a regularly lit room with a bit of haze and smoke. You smell it now. It's just candle smoke. The music changes. Once I can get to it. And then the room changes too.
I'm having PTSD.
All the shiny is gone. All the fancy walls are gone. You look back down, you're not in formal clothes anymore. You're back in your gear. There's only 2 people left in the room, spinning to the swirly clown music. Absolutely identical twins in absolutely matching bodysuits. They spin to a stop and look at the 3 of you. Boo!
As One Ball's bow extends from the arm, he goes, bang.
Yep. So I guess we should do some initiatives. It automatically rolled for you, but go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative. 11.
Here's my initiative button.
Oops. Let's put that back. I can only have one of them. That works. They should be acting at the same time anyway. There we go. So initiative, it's you can either click it on your sheet, or at the bottom of your sheet there's the toolbar. The very first one with 2 downward pointing arrows is your initiative. You just have to click that.
Okay, gotcha.
Either way, Karos, you are first. You can see them now in their true form. They've got wings popping out of their shoulders. They are not beautiful and stunning. They are sunken cheeked and pale and blood-coated. One of them looks at the other one and says, "Sister, shall we feed?" The other one looks back and says, "Yes, brother, shall we?" And starts to move forward. Karos, a succubus and an incubus approach you. What are you doing?
Going to charge. Charge the female presenting.
Okay, one moment while I get them out here. I just realized I gotta pull them out on the map. Just so I've got 2 of them. There we go. I actually voted that this be our high school dance. I got voted down, weirdly enough.
I remember this tune from Theme Park, the PC game from like the late 90s.
This isn't quite it. This is actually from.
Time.
Thank you for mentioning it, though, because this is actually from Bensound, which is the one credit I didn't give at the start of the show, so I'll give it now. All the music tonight was from bensound.com. Wonderful place to get all kinds of good stuff. But, Karos, what are you doing?
Charge the succubus.
Okay.
And take a swing.
Not
27, that is. Yep, give me the damage and the crit damaged. Wow, nice start. 12 points
how
of
long has it
damage.
been? I need to turn this down because I can barely
Yeah, me
hear it.
too.
Oh, is it 2? Okay, hang on, I can fix that. Hang on. Oh, did you guys just turn it down?
No.
Okay,
Nope.
I can from here. Hang on a second. Just let me get back to it. I didn't turn this one. Better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better. Yeah.
Still experimenting.
How long has it been since I tapped that table with the fiery scroll? Would you say?
Couple of minutes.
In other words, is your axe still on? Yes, I'll
Yeah.
give you your or a hammer. Yes, I'll give you that. So
Yeah.
give me some more damage.
Okay, that's what was it 1d6?
Yes.
No?
Yep. So we're at
1d6
12
roll.
plus 1d6. 5 more, so 17 points. Oof. You step across the room and just like ask me to dance, motherfucker, and just smite them. The freezing goes off and drives her back into her brother. Ah, not nice. All I wanted was a kiss.
Kiss this.
For some reason, there's the initiative tracker. Okay, Lensa.
No.
Oh no, you're still not done?
Yeah. Bearded axe.
Oh right, you get the die right because you have the thing. You're a fighter. And you do fightery things. Yes.
That
Bearded
probably
axe a
misses.
12. Unfortunately, she dodges the axe. Whiff. Not twice. Twice would be foreplay.
Twang.
Lensa.
How far away are they again?
In range.
They're in range.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you like to do? They're close enough that you can close an attack, or close enough that you can use a 30-foot spell. This is the only theater of the mind level in this whole game.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's totally fine. I play Theater of the Mind all the time. Just wanted to clarify. So, Lensa is gonna close the gap between the one and her and the one who she was dancing with. So the traditionally female dressed one.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna
Okay.
close that gap, and then she's going to, snarky as can be, say, "I thought you wanted to dance," and she's gonna cast Shocking Grasp as she kind of.
Absolutely. Give us the roll. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna.
Just reach up and. Was that a 7?
I think, yeah, it's a
So
7.
yes, you step up and
Oh, that's okay. That's the attack roll.
yeah, that's what I was looking at. I assumed it was damage. I'm
too.
sorry, it was so low. I assumed it was the damage. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
You reach out and your hand, but she just turns away. Oh, rough, is it? And she's looking between the two of you going, eeny, meeny. 1 ball.
As she's trying to figure out which one to attack,
Yep.
I'm going to try and clink her in the face.
Pinker.
17.
17, absolutely. And maximum damage, 11 points of damage.
And then spray.
Slayers yet, so 13 points of damage.
Does not approve.
What do your bolts look like? Like, are they modern, futuristic?
Yeah, the thing is one ball places the arrowhead in his wrist, and the rest of it comes out and fires.
Okay, gotcha. See, this is why I ask these things. You guys know this
I just
stuff
thought
about
of
your
that right
characters.
now. I just
And
thought of
that's
that
why.
right now.
That's the other reason I ask, is because I know you're all ridiculously creative, and will just go, got it, and tell me an answer. It's great fun. It makes it so much fun. Anyway, with that, 2 just one missed, but 2 of them have hit. They're taking significant damage. The other one looks at the one that you've just hit multiple times and says, "Oh, sister, I think they like you better." The one looks down and goes, and points at Karos.
She's got an arrow in her arm.
Yes. 15?
15. No, I think I was 16.
I'm going to make you check because you
16.
said no with a question mark. 16, so no. Okay, that one misses. The other one... Yeah. I will protect you, sister. And attacks Lensa.
Ooh.
A 20.
That hits.
And I roll the damage over here. 9 points of damage.
Ow.
That's my sister. If anybody's going to hurt her, it's me. Sorry, that got a little creepy. I'm playing a succubus and an incubus. This is going to get creepy.
I love it.
Okay, just making sure.
cruel
This is one of those check-in moments, right? It's like,
Yeah.
is everybody okay? Y'all look okay. Is everybody okay?
It's
Good.
a little bit cruel.
We're all adults. I'm just making sure. Back around Karos. Her brother is hitting on your new girlfriend. What are you doing about this?
I'm busy.
Continue to
Oh yeah.
thump the one that you're already working
Oh
on?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a soldier. There's not much that can
Yeah.
that can
Finish the
shift
kill.
me.
Confirm the kill.
Yeah.
18 hits. Give us damage. And then plus the extra 1d6, or is that only once per? I lost
no,
for
it's
10
for
minutes,
as long
right?
as it's it's as long as it's active.
Absolutely. Give me some more. So 13 more. Does that work? It does. That slam knocks her to her knees, and she looks up and says, "This isn't fun anymore." Bearded axe.
You're
Good.
dead.
27 to make up for it missing last time. 8 and crit damage, 12 more points of damage. I gotta zoom in here and see where we're at. Well, they gotta be
I
low.
did that.
Image of this
I did that. You're
absolute
right. So
fucking
24 minus. There we go. She's on the ground on one hand and her knees looking up at you, her jaws smashed by the axe. She looks up at you and tries to blow a kiss, but it just comes out to her.
Action surge.
Action surge. Oh,
Paste.
yeah. You didn't like the blown kiss. Okay. That's my high point of the night so far. The lip comes out, part of the tongue falls out.
Paste.
22 damage, please. 9 points.
One, at least 2. There we go.
5 ice.
Oh, and 5 ice for a total of 14.
And then I
You
just turn.
slam into her. The rest of the head and the neck shatter. Then the ice hits. How does that affect us? How does that end?
Oh, I would even say that hit, that ice just cracks her and she's part of her face just shatters off and showers her, let's say boyfriend over there, bits of her face.
I'm her brother,
And-
you prick. And he
Yeah.
he takes a bit off his cheek and goes,
And I
I
look,
wanted to do that for years.
and I go, and I look at him, you're next.
Your action surge gave you a full action, right? So you got another attack, right? Because that was only the Warhander.
Yeah,
Or does
you
it?
can
Take
still-
one additional action,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so I get
both.
the double.
You got an axe left for him, yeah. As he licks his sister off his cheek, it hits him. It cuts him right through the side of the mouth and the cheek.
I know, right?
Makes perfect sense. Only 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
I was going to get a piercing, but I guess this'll do. I even did Lensa.
So, lenses hurt.
Yep.
Decently bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But she is going to, she's gonna look at, I guess, the brothers left.
Yep.
And I don't think she has words left. She's
Nope.
kind of like, she's like in the zone.
Yes.
So she's gonna take her dagger and just
Speak
roll the
with
hit
your
with her dagger.
knives.
Yep. And you're gonna
Yeah.
get you'll get the sneak attack as well because you have somebody else adjacent.
Yeah.
You were all in one big mass, so yep.
Oh. Well,
A 10 unfortunately does not hit. You strike. Yeah.
she does have 2-weapon fighting with
Yep.
her dagger.
So yep, go ahead and attack the second time. The first one he dodges and he reaches for your wrist like he's gonna turn it over and kiss the back of your hand. You get the second attack.
Yeah.
14. Give me a reason why you hate him.
Because she's a very private person, and the fact that they tried to like get into her head, she's just like, no, that's my space. That's like the only space she's ever had to herself.
There it is. You tried to get into the only place I hold sacred. F you.
Yeah.
+1 to the roll, which gives you 15, which means you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Max.
Yeah, I love it when early on the dice were being mean to you guys, but are they ever helping tell the story now? You bury the dagger into just, and for the first time you see that snarky succubus sort of slime ball fall away. It's, oh shit, that hurts. I don't think I like you anymore. 1 ball.
It was like, oh, you don't like him, you don't like her anymore.
I don't like any of you anymore.
1 ball is going to whistle.
You killed my sister.
He's going to aim for his knee.
Oh.
So at the very least, he'll have an arrow in the knee. Oh,
yes.
Apparently I will miss.
He's going to have a backstory. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to work in the gag.
Trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
That's what I get for being funny. And my Slayer's mark doesn't work because I didn't hit.
Because you didn't hit, so bang, the arrow bounces off the floor at his feet, bounces up onto the stage and hits a body that you hadn't really seen there before. You can kind of see it's something like it sprawled on the front of the stage. You see it must be left over from the ritual, because as you look around this room has been as ritual blasted as the one above it was. That's why it looks like this. You don't even know if this pair was part of the ritual. 1 ball, you just get the 1 attack?
I don't have anything else for bonus that isn't. Actually, hold on, let me just double check. I don't think I do. I'm only level 3, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I already know how to hurt it. Apply trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have any spell slot stuff, so awareness doesn't do anything for me, and all my spell slots are gone. So yeah, I'm good.
Before I die, I have to know. And he reaches over and grabs 1 ball by the steel lapel, pulls you in, and tries to kiss you. I need a DC 15 con save, please.
Okay. Just do saving throw. 19. Returns a headbutt.
Yes.
You want the kiss
right in the teeth.
Kiss.
Absolutely, yep. He completely fucks it. Give me a D4. I'm going to give you a D4 damage for headbutting him. DC 15 at level 3 is not easy to do.
Yeah.
3 more points of damage.
Now, is that with my my strength? Is that with the extra 1?
Yeah, what's your strength bonus?
It's just an extra 1. So
1. Okay, so 4 points of damage.
Straight to the nose.
And the teeth, all the teeth are shattered, the lips are all busted up. Nobody's gonna want to kiss me now.
The bottom half of one is just covered in blood.
Yeah, just smashed in blood, and a little bit of lipstick.
Yeah.
You might not notice that till later. It's kind of blended in with the blood, but just a little bit of lipstick. Oh well.
Oh yeah, he's gonna need some more pain.
I died knowing. Do your worst. And he pulls open his shirt. Karos.
Another unrelenting attack. Let's go there. Wow, that's probably gonna miss.
14, you miss a willing target. Roll your axe. 22, that definitely hits.
There we go.
For 11. Holy crap. Yeah. The ribcage collapses under the attack of the axe. I'll be with you soon, sister. Lensa.
Lensa's beautifully pale dress and mask, by the way, now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yep. I love
Iron
it.
and
Yes.
blood and red and.
No,
Yep.
we're back in our normal.
No, we were until she said
Oh,
that,
right,
and now
yeah,
you're
we're back
not.
to
Said that?
normal.
No.
That's- You're right.
At,
You're
at
right.
this point, that's so beautiful, Lensa. You look down, you are back in the blood-spattered robe. This is what this bastard did to your good dress.
It took her like 3 years to save for this thing.
Yep. It's gonna take 18 seconds to cast prestidigitation, enough times to clean it.
She's
But
gonna take
yes.
her daggers again and just kind of she like looks at her dress and she's like, God damn, kind of go for it.
Give me the first attack.
Oh,
Give me-
that's a
give
nat
me-
one.
Give me the second attack.
No.
I mean,
She's
11.
too mad.
You're just too
angry.
mad. Just whiff, whiff. You cut his shirt. You cut his sleeves. You cut a bit of his wing. Oh, you're not very good at this, are you? I should have fought harder. One ball.
What one ball does is it the bow sort of flips around, so it's sort of facing the other direction, and then the bottom breaks off, and those are it's two short swords.
Okay. Yep.
So I don't know how two-weapon fighting works when I don't have the feet. So
You don't get any bonuses on the second attack. You just roll the
Okay.
straight dex. Yeah.
okay, short sword.
Missed. Oh, and
Whiffle
then
whiff.
a hyper.
Obviously.
Hyper miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's becoming clear to you, it wasn't a second ago until you did that maybe, just maybe, they haven't given up yet. Lensa attacks, boom, boom, oh, you missed. One ball, you attack, boom, boom, oh, you missed too. Guess it must be my turn again.
He's like, I can see him like dancing around the attacks.
Absolutely. You already punched him for doing this. He attempts to kiss Karos. DC 15 con save. Why did I do the fighter? That was dumb.
Well, you know, the way things have
A
been going.
12. Oh, wow. Okay. You kind of try to duck out of it. He reaches down and says, "I'm so glad you've been a friend of mine for so long." Before I say this next sentence, grabs you by your beard and just hauls your face up and says, "I've never had a shorty," and plants one on you. Chat, I said it a minute ago. I'm going to say it again. I have known this man for 30 years. I would not normally say that to somebody that I didn't know at a table.
What's that? What's the damage on that?
How many hit points do you have? You said in a high squeaky voice?
20.
20? You've got, what was your total?
No, I got lots. 36.
36. Okay, so you're fine. You only take 42 points of psychic damage.
42.
This kiss has made you question everything about yourself.
Full
The average is
swoon.
32 points of damage, yeah.
What?
It's a massive... What is that?
Wait, is that a 4 or a 3, Kevin?
That does 5d10 plus 5 damage, that kiss.
Fuck.
Yeah. I didn't technically use it right because I should have charmed him first, but this is his death throws, so yeah. 5d5 plus 5, and they rolled a 10 and 2 9s, a 5 and a 4. And the two of you watch as the dwarf in front of you just deflates. You only go to 0, because that's why I asked. Unless you go to negative 36, you're not dead.
Yeah.
But just planted on you, and you guys just watch the dwarf just shrivel. Just like the old K-Tel dehydrator thing.
Chelsea walks away for 2 seconds and you get your damn ass kicked.
The kiss is still ongoing. This is how we're gonna play this. The kiss is still ongoing. One more round,
Okay,
and
dude.
it's gonna count as a double.
I went
Yeah.
into the other room. You'll get high. This is what happens?
This is what happens when you go to the other room. You get high. Which is my way of saying we can hear you.
I know.
Lensa.
You're like the taller one.
He is like
Tommy.
Karos is, yeah.
Oh.
The incubus has 2 handfuls of beard and is sucking the life out of the dwarf in front of you.
I mean, the only thing she can do is try to attack him with her weapon. She's out of the spell slot.
So yeah, go ahead and do the attack. You are going to get your sneak attack if you hit. You're also going to get advantage because they are, to say the least, distracted.
Okay.
14 didn't quite do it. Roll it. That did. So give us the damage, and then give us sneak attack.
Plus sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not gonna roll it? Oh, damn. Okay.
Is it
it's
2d6?
2d6.
So right at the bottom, underneath the chat window, there's a row of dice. If you just click the d6 twice and then hit enter,
Okay, there we go. Alright.
10, a total of 15 points of damage. Oops.
And then she's gonna take her second dagger because she sees this thing,
Yep.
draining Karos. And,
Yeah.
she kind of like takes her first dagger and shoves it in there. And
Yeah.
she's getting, kind of pushes a little bit. And
Yep.
to take her second one to kind of like throw, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Put it in the same hole and separate them. Absolutely. Give me
I don't
advantage
think
on that one because that was so brutal. I will give you that. 19 hits. Give us the damage. 11 more points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep adding them. If you just hit enter, it adds. You have to actually go hit the negative button.
Oof.
All
The
right.
second one, the wound rips open and the succubus leans its head back and screams, but there's still this connection of this long snake-like tongue going into Karos's open mouth.
Okay. I
One
have
ball.
an idea. You have to bear with me as I try to do this.
Yeah.
What one ball is going to do is one ball is going to shove the immovable rod in the incubus's mouth and then use the bonus action to tackle Karos and move her out of the way.
Done. Give me a sleight of hand or dex. So that, I think they're the same because you know you're not
Yeah.
proficient. But yeah, give me sleight of hand.
For fuck's sake.
5. Okay.
Damage is 21.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give you the advantage, but what I was going to give you is you throw the rod at its mouth and you miss, but you do activate the rod, so it's kind of like I said, that tongue comes past. Give me a. And then you said you were just going to pull.
Yeah,
Lensa
kind of
away?
like kind
Okay.
of tackle Karos out of the way.
So because you didn't get the rod in the right spot, give me athletics with disadvantage to try and pull Karos out of the off the end of it. 2 20s. That's where all those ones went earlier tonight. Yeah, you just pull, and the immovable rod, like you see, you missed, but then when you pull, the tongue kind of pulls the face in, and it's spang! You get curb stomped it on your immovable rod. It won't do any damage, but you do manage to break. You break Karos free of the grip, so they're only going to have to do a regular death save. But before that, the succubus gets to go again. It only gets to do the draining kiss once, so it reaches out to try and claw you one ball. 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
5 points of damage from that. It kind of drags down your metal chest, scraping off some of the chrome.
So we're now at the top of the round then?
Karos, give me a death save. It is a fail. Karos lying on the floor, the breath starts to fade. It's taking longer and longer between each inhalation. Lensa, dying party member, dying succubus. Creepy music that's really starting to get to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing that I can do to help. Fucking. Fuck.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she's just gonna go for it.
Yep.
She's gonna go for it.
Sometimes it's time to just stab. Sometimes
Yeah.
violence is the answer.
Have you stabbed?
13 misses with the first one again because you're conflicted. You miss twice again. Flailing away, just like,
How dare you kill my friend?
you just lost your feces. One ball. What are you doing?
Okay, so he's on the ground, or Karos is on the ground.
Yep.
We
Karos
turn
is
around, just
safe.
click, fire.
Let loose. Go ahead. Fire away. A 7.
If I had a shot for every one I rolled tonight, I'd be on the floor.
you'd be liquored out. You'd be calling the ambulance.
God.
But yeah, you draw back and let go, and it retracts into your arm before it fires, so it just fires an empty bolt across the room. It doesn't have the arrowhead on it. Spang off the wall, shatters into pieces. My turn. One ball.
17 hits.
17 hits. 7 more slashing damage as the other hand comes down. This one's hanging off your sort of, I almost said belt, but your hip module. And the other one drags across your guts and rips out your C-3PO circle on the way by. I can't believe how long it's taking you to kill me. Karos, give me a death save. That is a second failure.
What do you have to get? You have to roll
10 or up. That's all it is.
Yeah.
10 or
Are
higher.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yep. You have a 55% chance of being good, and he's 0 for 2 so far. Lensa, you hear the death rattle. You've heard of it. Now on top of everything else that's going on in this room. You look down, the chest is just fluttering. There's no control anymore. Looming above you, the succubus. At the moment, clawing at your other teammate.
Stab the motherfucker so we can do something about this.
All right.
You've missed. Oh, let me add to the fun. You've missed your last 4 attempts to stab this thing.
Yeah, she's so angry.
This is the perfect music. This music could be in my head. This would be in Lensa's head if we were playing it or not.
She feels like she's going insane. Like she can't see straight. Like, am I seeing incorrectly? Is he just moving? Just like, what is happening?
Let me give you a final trigger. You look down. Your first attack misses. You look down. You're in a Harlequin outfit now. He's making fun of you by see things that aren't there.
Great.
With that, you stab him with a 24. It hits.
8. 8.
Plus, this is the first time you've hit him this round. I'll give you sneak attack.
All right, that's gonna be 1, 2.
2d6s.
An extra 6.
So 14
One hit
points.
point, you son of a bitch.
Oops, I added it again. Sorry. I'm making him worse, not better. There we... No, I did it again.
No.
There. He's getting better. No, you guys... No. You stab. The first one misses. The second one... Ugh, bullshit. Right? And in it goes. And you just rip down through the chest cavity. He drops down and looks at you and says, "But I liked you the best." One ball?
Lensa looks at one ball and goes, "Kill him."
One ball. This is a coup de grace. I don't need a roll. How do you do this?
As the incubus is monologuing, one ball steps over, looks at him, listens. You see the ball shake just slightly. as he presses his foot down on the incubus's neck and just waits, watches him suffocate. And at the very end, crack.
As you do that,
Complete
just about timed it
dispassion.
perfect.
Yeah,
Just about timed it perfect.
dispassion.
The music stops. His neck snaps. And you look around the room. The two bodies are dead. And remaining around the rest of this room, you see the body on the stage. And triggers, fires, electrical bolts. A full-blown ritual, even more violent than the one upstairs, happened here and opened the doors to the layers that you still have to go to. Speaking of which, be it a blessing or a curse, you hear the doors behind you unlock back to the central tower.
One ball goes to Karos and tries to hurt.
Give me a
Can
medicine.
you assist? Can you assist a death save? How does that work?
You do a medicine check to try and stabilize them.
Okay.
And yes, the other person, because I was reminded of this on Twitter too, it is probably the most underused thing in D&D. You can help. You can do the help action, which automatically would give you advantage. So if the two of you work together, one of you can make a medicine check with advantage, or you can each make a medicine check yourselves.
Okay, Lensa's medicine is only +2, so I don't know what you're at.
Same as +2 wisdom.
Well, in that case, you might as well make one each. It doesn't make any sense to, yeah.
Yeah.
Who goes first? One ball.
tries
Yep.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
kind
mean,
of pick. You
Karos
each pick a
maybe-
side, right? And you start working away. And Lensa, I mean, it's just like you can't give him CPR because the ribs are crushed, and yeah, it's a mess. One ball, not stopped by any of that sort of ethical stuff, just sort of reaches in with his fingers and pulls his ribs back up out of his lungs and his heart. And with that, from 2 death saves, it's still going to, unless somebody's got a healing potion, it's going to be several hours before they're awake.
No healing here. Completely out.
So, we started doing this last week. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to save the unconscious one for last. You're not getting away with this. You just get to tell me last, and you get to tell me in sort of a dream sequence mode if you want. Let's start with One Ball. Where is One Ball at right now?
If droids or Warforged could have or come down from an adrenaline high, that is exactly what One Ball is doing.
Power surge. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Emergency
one of those
power
things,
surge.
This is one of those things where the camera would have shifted to Karos's view as in the background One Ball is being attacked. Like this was almost a very bad situation, obviously. Not having the best of times. Currently more preoccupied with making sure the dwarf survives. Karos saved One Ball's life. It's only fair that One Ball tries to
and succeeded.
return the favor. Yeah.
Absolutely. I wanted to give you a second to think about this, but Lensa, talk about a long, long ways from the confident character that walked in 3 floors ago. Where is Lensa at right now after this?
Lensa is shaking a little bit. Like she's usually pretty steady. She's very smooth on her feet, a very steady person. She's very pretty sure, and she's shaking a little bit. Like she's trembling a little bit, and she's just kind of like, and she goes to like, and she like fixes her hair. And she's just like this like thing. She's like the only thing she can do is like fix her hair.
Absolutely. Oh, I so understand. It's something I can control. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah.
So kind of like rebraids it and like puts it up, and she's also just like camped, like cross-legged, like right next to Karos, like almost like right on top of, just like right there.
Absolutely. Karos, a creature of war, a being of fight. You lost. And you died. and you were almost all the way to wherever dwarven warriors go. What was that like?
That feels like failure for the family line, the legacy, all almost. I almost feel like I'm not worthy of this hammer.
Is this your Lieutenant Dan moment?
And your
No.
hand opens, and the hammer starts to float away. Whose voice do you hear, and what do they say?
This is the hammer's voice.
What does it say?
And it's trying it's easy. I recognize the voice. It's been there
An image
for a
is
long
not
time.
words. Yeah.
It's more of a feeling, like it's trying to tell me that I'm wrong, that it picked me for a reason.
And you feel
I
a
can't-
splinter of cold come out of the hand of that hammer and touch your palm. And this is a moment of choice. Live or die.
Grasp it. Not done yet.
You focus on that point of cold, that only thing that you can feel. And you feel your hand build around it, and then your arm build around the hand and up into the armor, and you're in that full regalia you were in before, every medal you've ever won shining in the dwarven sun. Your hammer frozen to your hand in a solid chunk like a glacier. And you go and close your hand again on it, this time with a will. This time it's your choice, not the hammer's. You don't know where to go. And you look, and out of the infinite darkness, a big metal hand and a smaller, paler hand reach out. And you reach up with two suddenly empty hands, this hammer on your back. And you grab those two hands. And your two new friends pull you back to the land of the living. You draw a huge breath. And the hammer says, rest. And you fall into a sleep.
Triumphant beeps.
And I think that is where we'll drop the curtain on tonight. I feel like I'm getting into the swing of this game now. This is making you sweat. Yes. Oh,
That
wow.
Womp, that fucking kiss, though.
I said I'd drop the curtain, and all three of you went. I will take that. I will take that. I will take that all day long. I just got paid. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight in my little fun. I keep wondering if this is just an ego trip for me, but I keep seeing your faces and I keep seeing how much you're enjoying it, and I keep seeing you get it frustrated and then winning and feeling happy, and if you're enjoying this half as much as I am, I'm happy. So thank you so much, Bison, Mana, and Roosbar. Thank the three of you so very, very much for joining me in this. Thank you to chat. Having you guys on screen tonight was fun, so we can see you in there. You guys had lots of fun. Not quite as filthy as I got, but that's just me. I again, 2 questions in one day. Is the puzzle okay? And do I play Succubus Incubus? This is tough, but I did, and I think we got away with it all. So we stayed within the bounds, and nobody's lines and veils got crossed. So I will take that with bells on. Thank you to chat. And thank you to everybody that's watching on YouTube. And if you watched all the way to here on YouTube, please hit the like button, because I'm going to assume you did. So thank you for that. And please leave us a comment too. I do actually get back to them. We're not so famous that there's 100 and I haven't got time. I get excited when I see the email. You have a comment on YouTube. So, oh shit, let's go. And I go and look right away. So please do. It's a great way to start every day when I look at my emails and there's somebody that's 3 spinning hearts is the latest one. And I get that almost every week now, and it makes me so happy. And I just realized I hadn't shared that with you guys. Yeah, you're earning 3 spinning hearts in the comments on YouTube. So thank you to everybody. And with that, until next time, we went long and it didn't feel like it. Until next time, please be nice to each other. Good night.